Let's take a look at our planet Earth. One representation of her is over here. I wonder who knows how I end stories that I usually tell in worship. George? They're uplifting stories? I hope so. At the end of the story, I usually say something. What do I say? Sarah? I wonder, because I believe part of what we do here at church is we wonder. It opens our minds. It lets us invite in and take in the sense of awe. What does awe and wonder feel like to you? You can shout it out and I'll repeat it. What does awe and wonder feel like? Being alive. Yes. What else? This congregation makes us awe. Back in the back, what do we have? Kindness gives you a sense of awe and wonder. What else? And joy that things are bigger than you. Anybody else? Yeah, that you can connect to others that are the same. And one more. Nature provides awe and wonder. I agree. It is a pretty awe-inspiring world. Wonder is a feeling that gives us goosebumps and makes us say, wow. It's the feeling we get when we start thinking about questions that might not have answers. When we talk about the sources of our Unitarian Universalist faith, sometimes we describe one of them as direct experience of that transcending mystery and wonder affirmed in all cultures, which moves us to a renewal of the spirit and an openness to the forces which create and uphold life. Whew, that's a lot of words. But I think we were getting to that same point. Let's see if we can invite those feelings of wonder about our Earth today. And we're going to start by using some maps on the screen. And you are going to help us remember that our place on this blue-green planet. Let's look at the first map. Who sees our church on this map? You do. It's even labeled for us. Thank you, Google. That was nice of you. We are sitting right in that building. I can kind of see. I can even kind of see where I am in that building. Imagine pretty close, right? Yeah. But if we zoom out a little bit to our neighborhood, here's a map with our neighborhood, and hint that blue flag is us. That's about where we are, but I can't say for sure that that's even where the sanctuary is, right? Yeah, but I know we're on that street. Those are our neighbors. I have an idea. But what about this map? What's this a map of? Peoria. Yep. It's a little harder to see where we are. We can kind of see the creeks, and we're lucky we have a little creek that goes through, so we can kind of tell that space if we zoomed in. If I had my 10 years ago eyeballs, I might see it better, but, you know. So I might guess that we are about here, right on the point of that. But I'm still connected to these places here in Peoria, but I'm not so sure exactly where I am. Now, If I were to ask you where we are on this map, even bigger. Oh my goodness. This is a map of central Illinois, or our Tri-County area, right? Could you give me a general idea where we are? Yeah, ish. If you can read, it's helpful, right? But maybe it's about there. But maybe not, because maps are tricky. Let's take a look at the next map and see if we can see where we are. In central Illinois, oh my gosh, we're just tiny. Have you seen how it's gotten further and further out? And our spot on it is small? And still, we're there. We know we're there. Just like that. And this one, central Illinois to the state of Illinois. Whew. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing we live in the middle of the middle, I say. So here we are. And look at that state. We're connected to all those areas. Do you see those blue lines on that map? All the waterways that we're thankful for. The big Illinois River. The Mississippi River tracing just the edge of Illinois. We're connected to all of those places too. And now, are we connected to this place? What is this place? It's America, the United States of America. It's hard to feel like it in the Midwest sometimes, but we're connected to those mountains we see. And we're connected to those big lakes and the rivers and the earth. But there is us, peekaboo. And we are part of something even bigger than our country. We are connected to the whole world. Do you think so? Yeah, what is that a map of? The world, yeah. But on this map, it's definitely something created by people, right? Yeah. Those colors, do those colors show up on the earth? No. Do those lines between the colors show up on the earth? No. We are all connected, even though people have put in lines and boundaries. In some places, we know we are all connected. This map looks a little bit more like our guest, doesn't it? A little bit. It's still a flat pancake, and we know the Earth is a big sphere. But are there lines on that separate us? Those lines just tell us direction, but they aren't there to keep us apart. What do you see on this map that we didn't see on the others? Anyone see something on this map? What do you see? The oceans. Ooh, those are very important. What else do we see on this map? What about right in the middle? Oh, Bowie, what do you see? Grass. I see lots of grass. What else is on this map, Zeta? The earth is on this map. What's right in the middle of both of those circles? There's lots and lots of it. What's in the middle? Snow. We have so much snow and we can see it from far away. That's right. Oh. So now, take a look at this map here. This is only one side of the earth. But how do you feel when you look at this photograph? Does it give you any feeling? Perspective. It's so big. How do you feel? Happy? I love the clouds that swirl over it. All right. Here's a pretty interesting fact. For most of human history, we could never see the Earth from this perspective. Even though we've been looking up at the stars for hundreds of thousands of years, we had to imagine what it was that our planet looked like. Nobody knew what it looked like until 1966, when the US Lunar Orbiter 1 caught its first small peek of our planet. And then, 6 years later in 1972, the crew of Apollo 17 took this, the most well-known picture of the Earth, a photograph called the Blue Marble. So you might have seen this before. Even though 1972 sounds very long and far away, oh my gosh, it really wasn't. Just to show this, please raise your hand if you were born before this picture was taken and are willing to admit it. Quite a few of us have. Yes. That's how new this view of the planet is. And that 1972 trip was the last time that humans landed on the moon. But we're getting closer, aren't we? So, with this sense of awe and wonder for our planet, let me invite up our musical guest for our next hymn. Kathy Klister is the leader of the UU ukulele group that meets on Monday, and she will be accompanying us in singing our hymn, number 1064, in the Teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home. Please rise in body or spirit and listen as Kathy will play us through to hear the melody, and then we'll join in and sing with her. Are we ready? Ready.
Still my pride and heart
Thank you so much for that, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Our home planet has plenty of blue-green hills, but when we see the Earth from space, a view similar to what you see here, we can also see tan deserts, indigo oceans, and ivory cloud cover. Let's keep traveling outward now, beyond the Earth, and see where we fit into the cosmos. There's certainly no way to find our country, much less our city, in this image of the solar system, but we're still part of it. We are in that picture, whether we see ourselves or not. And here is the Milky Way galaxy. There's hundreds and billions of solar systems in this picture. And us, we are here too. Some people feel tingly inside or goosebumpy outside, thinking about how big and wide space is. That's why it's important for us to see Earth from outer space. And our next story is about an astronomer who knew that. Does anyone know what these letters stand for? NASA. Shout it out. The National Aeronautic and Space Administration. Whew, they've made some news recently again, haven't they? Has anybody enjoyed following the Artemis II mission? I certainly did. A little wonder and awe there. Well, in 1970, NASA asked a scientist named Carl Sagan to help them design spacecraft, and one of them was called Voyager 1. Voyager was designed to go very, very far into outer space. It was to go way past the moon on a trip so long that it would take many, many years. Because of how long it was, there were no people on board. In fact, Voyager is still on that trip. It is farther from Earth than any other human-made object. And before it left our solar system, Voyager gave us a present, thanks to Carl Sagan. You see, Carl loved astronomy, but he had ideas that went beyond how to build spaceships. He knew it was very important for us on Earth to see our planet from far away. And Carl told NASA that they should program Voyager's camera to take a picture of our planet from the edge of our solar system. The photo of Earth that we just looked at a little bit ago, it was beautiful. And it showed the details of the blue-green hills and oceans. But the people at NASA told Carl that a picture taken from the edge of the solar system, 3.7 billion miles away, would be useless because the Earth would be so tiny. Carl did not give up. He begged and pleaded, and then he finally got his way. In the spring of 1990, as Voyager spacecraft was speeding out of our solar system at 40,000 miles per hour, it turned its camera back towards Earth for one last glance homeward. The Voyager picture shows Earth as a tiny pinprick of light sitting alone in a vast darkness. Through an ancient accident of geometry and optics, Earth seems to be held in a beam of light. The planet itself emits a light blue glow thanks to our seas and skies, and this awe-inspiring picture is affectionately known as pale blue dot. I invite Steve Fairbanks up to share with us The Pale Blue Dot, reading by Carl Sagan.
Hello. I would like to say a few words about Mother Earth Ball here. She is over 50 years old. She was donated to me back in the day when I was working in youth service agencies. She's been rolled into mud, water, grass, kicked around by hundreds of teenagers who are probably in their 50s now, and ridden by kids. They put kids on the top and roll around. It's very fun. Anyway, it's been cleaned, patched, and you will see some patches on there. It's been repainted and reinflated many times. It has been used and abused, but survives because of frequent and ongoing care, just like our blue dot. And if it's possible, you kids, I would like some of you kids to come up here and give Mother Earth a hug. Can you do that right now? Come on up. Come up here and give Mother Earth a hug. She's been through a lot. All right? Just real quick, come up and give her a hug. You can touch. Go on. There you go. Mother Earth loves you. There you go. Very nice. Okay. Thank you for that. See, Mother Earth feels a lot better now from you doing that. All right. Okay. Pale Blue Dot by Carl Sagan. And for you kids, he is the Neil deGrasse Tyson of my generation, which was virtually billions and billions of years ago. I had to do it. Look at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On that dot, everyone you ever loved, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator or destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, every hopeful child, every inventor and explorer, every revered teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. The earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Our planet is a lonely speck in a great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. It is up to us. For me, it underscores our responsibility, our profound responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish that pale blue dot, the only home we have ever known.
Thank you, Steve. As we come to the end of our worship together, I wonder if all of this talk about the earth and how special and one of kind it is, and how grateful we are for it, I wonder if that has made you think about one thing that you especially love about this planet. Is there something special in mind? Something on your heart that you think is amazing? In just a minute, I would like you all to hold that thought in your head and let it move down to your heart. Close your eyes if you like, or leave them open. Gaze at our representation of the earth and send out the thing you are grateful for to her. Let her know your appreciation. Turn that appreciation into a blessing for the earth. For we can all bless the planet by our actions. Maybe your blessing is a feeling and it doesn't have words. Maybe it's one word that you're forming in your mind. And maybe you're a you, and it's a whole essay. Send your blessing to the earth now. Feel it like a Care Bear shooting out from our heads.